Good evening. Welcome to Current Affairs. In today's session, we are going to discuss regarding method of counting of votes in the election of MLCs. MLC stands for Member of Legislative Council, and in few states, not in all states, you got legislative councils. The Constitution of India under Article number 169 permitted the Parliament to establish or abolish legislative council in a state, but the procedure has to be initiated in the concerned state legislative assemblies. And we are going to discuss in few states very recently the MLC elections have been taken place. But how the counting will take place? Is it just like the election of an MLA, member of legislative assembly? Definitely not. In assembly elections, the method we follow is the first past the post system. Under this particular system, any number of candidates may contest in assembly elections from any given constituency. And out of the number of candidates, say for example, 4 members may be contesting, 20 members may be contesting, or 80 members may be contesting. There is no limitation regarding the number of candidates to contest from any given constituency for assembly. Now, once the elections are over, the counting will take place. In the assembly elections, during the counting, anybody who gets highest number of votes will be declared elected. I repeat, any person who gets highest number of votes will be declared elected. So this is what exactly happens in assembly elections. But when it comes to legislative council election, the process of counting the election and the process of voting is also really difficult task here. Now, if you look at the election of assembly or the legislative councils, both the elections are conducted by the election commission only. Now, when it comes to legislative council elections, you have different categories like graduates constituency, right, like teachers constituency. All these we have discussed during our polity classes. Now, whatever may be the constituency here, when somebody is contesting, there is no limitation as far as the number of people to contest in the election. That is the reason why in the recently concluded Andhra Pradesh and Telangana, this legislative council election, large number of candidates contested in the election. And so many people also have voted in the elections. During that election, the voter during that election has to give his preferential vote. His preferential vote. What is the meaning of this? If you look at MLA elections, assembly elections, they are conducted through electronic voting machine where each voter is voting only for one candidate. But whereas in MLC elections, member of legislative council election, each voter, meaning each registered and qualified voter, will be voting and he is giving the preferential votes. Say for example, 10 members are contesting. Then the voter will have the choice to give first preference to some candidate and second preference to some candidate, third, fourth, fifth, sixth preference to some candidates he can give it. Or each voter can leave by giving the first priority to someone. So that what will happen? At least the first priority should be mentioned. If nothing is mentioned on the ballot paper, that ballot paper will be declared as invalid and that particular paper will be kept aside. Kindly remember, MLC elections are even now they are conducted on ballot papers because the voter has to give the preferential votes. Imagine a particular voter has given first preference to some candidate. After that, he realizes that first preference he wants to give to somebody else. Then he will strike off the first one and he will give the first preference to somebody else. Anything that is removed or cut off, that particular ballot paper will be declared as invalid. Meaning, once you put a mark, once you put a priority, you are not supposed to change. If it is changed, that particular ballot paper will be declared invalid and that will not be taken into consideration during the counting. Am I clear? In the similar manner, a voter must give the first preference vote. Otherwise, if the voter is giving second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth preferences without giving the first preference or first priority, that particular ballot paper will also be declared as invalid. So many rules and regulations have been given only to make sure that the people who are voting, they must be very cautious and they must be very aware of each and every rule with respect to this voting. Clear? So now the elections are over. During this time, what will happen? The election commission will gear up for the counting. But how the counting will take place? First of all, the election commission will look for invalid votes. If any ballot paper is considered to be invalid, that will be kept aside and nothing will be taken from there into consideration. Now, it will take, election commission will take, its representatives will take all the valid ballot papers and they are going to pack in 25 ballot papers put together one, so that the counting becomes easy for them. It will not be complicated for them. Now, the counting will begin and so many people have contested. During the counting, election commission will see that whether any candidate who contested has got more than 50%. Any person who gets more than 50% will be declared as elected. That person should get at least one vote more than 50%. Clear? Very important one. So then that person will be declared elected. But when so many people are contesting, sometimes it may become very difficult that in the first round of counting itself, somebody will be getting 50% and more than that. If nobody gets 50% plus 1, during that time what will happen? Out of all the contested candidates, the election commission will look for a candidate who contested and who got lowest number of first priority or first preference votes. Then those ballot papers will be taken aside. Then what will happen? Somebody has voted first priority to the person who got lowest first priority votes. The people who have given the first priority to that lowest person, they might have given second priority votes to somebody else. Now, election commission will transfer those second priority votes to the concerned candidates. Fine. So you are transferring the votes from the ballot paper of a person who got lowest first priority. Since he got lowest first priority, there is no point in continuing him. So his ballot papers are removed, but those ballot papers are still valid and second priority votes will be transferred to the respective candidates and again the counting will take place. During this counting, if anybody gets 50% plus, then the person will be declared elected. Now, if nobody gets the 50% plus 1, then out of the remaining candidates, again, the person who got lowest number of first preference, first person is already over. Now, out of the available, the person who got the lowest first preference votes, his ballot papers will be removed. Then, whatever the second priority votes got by him, plus third priority votes of the first removed person, those votes will be transferred accordingly to the respective candidates. And this process will continue till a person gets 50% and more votes. Clear? Very important. That is the reason why it's really a complicated one. And the elections with respect to the legislative councils that are conducted in Telangana and Andhra Pradesh recently, the counting is going on today, that is March 17th. And there's expectations that for the final result to get, it is going to get 1.5 days to 2 days. Fine, if there is so much of complexity. Otherwise, if somebody is getting more than 50% in single go, then obviously the person will be getting the the results will be declared and the person will be declared as elected, meaning the election process is complex, counting process is also complex. But please remember, in all the states you don't have the legislative councils. Clear? Only in 6 states: Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, Karnataka, Maharashtra, Uttar Pradesh and Bihar. These are the only 6 states where you have the legislative councils. Am I clear? Very, very important one. Legislative council elections are also conducted by the election commission, and the election is conducted through ballot system. Ballot papers are given and the voters must give their preferences, priorities, and after that the counting will take place through the same process as I told you just now. Fine. So that's about the today's class. Please follow this one very carefully. When you are writing the civil service main examination or group 1 examination, mains examination of your concerned state, there may be a question. There may be a question. What is the method of counting the votes in MLC elections? Then just write down, so whatever I have explained to you, and you will be getting the full marks. Fine. So that's all for today. I'll see you in the next class. Thank you so much. Take very good care.